So yes, there is entirely too much cause for despair in the world. I don't intend to catalog it now. You can make your own catalog if you want, but that's a foolish waste of time, for the same reason that despair itself is a waste of time. Because if all you intend to do is lament about the world, then what you intend to do actually is nothing. And most of the things that you might lament about, you can't do anything about anyway. And accordingly, all you actually can do is make yourself persistently, consistently, and enduringly miserable while having accomplished nothing at all. Well, that's a mistake. Certainly anti-egoistic. Thane Eichenauer, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, commends me for being among the living exponents of the life of the mind who is not a champion of despair. To the contrary, is a stout and sturdy proponent of doing better at everything, making the world better, living most fully the ideas first pioneered for us by the Greeks and cultivated again and again and again throughout human history, the ideas of rationality, proportionality, self-improvement, intellectual excellence, the foundational ideas of Western civilization, of the truly admirable features of Western civilization, that this is what we should devote our attention to. Second, because doing nothing but despairing about the despicable serves only to make your life worse, more miserable, not better in any way at all, whereas working to make your life better at the things that you can actually change will result in real, genuine, actual, persistent, consistent, enduring improvement. Your life will get better. This is not a hard choice, not for an egoist. On the one hand, we have something that can work that will result in better results versus something that can't work that must result in worse results. This is an easy problem to solve if you're actually interested in pursuing your own values. When Man Alive was new, there was a discussion thread somewhere or another that I was involved in, and a young man making very aggressive displays, which is typically what I see in discussion threads, people making aggressive displays toward me, which is why I tend not to participate in them. I'm not arguing with you. But he asked why there wasn't some short summary of my moral philosophy. And of course there is. The very last 3 words of the book are love yourself. 3-word summary, ontologically consonant teleology, love yourself. 6 words. He said, why isn't there some concise summary of my moral philosophy? And I wrote back, choose admirably. 2 words. Choose admirably. It's a bumper sticker. Bumper stickers have to be brief. They have to be the most economical possible way of expressing an idea, and that, choose admirably. If you can inject that one idea into somebody else's mind, you will change that person's life forever. Choose admirably. If they hear those words every time they're making a choice, choose admirably, all of their choices will change. And the life of that individual, that person's life, will be forever more changed for the better. You will have reset that person on a brand new vector. And so that's what I am talking about today. God bless Thane Eichenauer for bringing this to my attention. And he likes them short, I like them short, so this will be a very short homily today. I am talking about the Admirability Virus, that's what I'm calling it, to create a virus-like meme out of the idea of admirability and seek to inject that into the minds of the people around you, cultivating splendor one mind at a time. And so the way that you play this game for now, I may improve upon it later. I may try to figure out a way to actually gamify it, maybe turn it into an app. But the way that you play this game for now is simply to find something in the world that you admire, find the person responsible, and tell that person what it is you admire about what he's done and why. That's all. And it doesn't have to be any great opus. It doesn't have to be hugely time-consuming. It's just a matter of looking at something well done and looking at the person doing it and say, damn, that's a fine job. You really put your heart into that. It shows. Well done. That's it. That you see a kid walking down the street, you know, schlepping off to school on the second day when he's really miserable, and you look at that kid and you say, wow, I can't believe how hard you're working to get a good education. I'm so glad that this younger generation is going to be here. Well done, young man. Whatever it is, whatever you see that you admire in the world, tell the person responsible or the people responsible or the company responsible, whatever it takes. If it's a written note or an email or a quick text, or even if it's just a smile and a wave, if that's the only way that you can express your gratitude, express it. Show people what they're getting right. Catch the world getting something right. This is an admirable choice on your part. You're choosing admirability by choosing to highlight the admirability in other people's behavior, but you're also spreading this idea of admirability everywhere you go. And there is no wrong in that. And ultimately, there's a great deal of good, because we are where we are because we chose despair, ennui, boredom, laziness. We chose the dump again and again and again. We chose the negative values because they were easier and more immediately rewarding to the appetites. We forswore to choose admirably too many times. And if you choose to recognize the admirability in others, you'll evince more of it in yourself. And the people that you praise for their admirability will evince more of it too. And some of them will ask you what you're up to, and when they do, tell them about this game. Tell them about the Admirability Virus. Tell them what you're doing and encourage them to do it too. Just to praise the worthy when you see it. And thus, we will cultivate splendor in infinite quantities, one mind at a time. What possible better use could there be for the Church of Splendor? My name is Greg Swan. I'll talk to you again next week.